All right, welcome everyone to this highly detailed explainer. Today, we are really digging into something special, a massive 120-plus page syllabus for the Splunk plus AI Agent SOC Masterclass. We're going to map out a complete end-to-end system here, because you're not just going to learn how to build a modern enterprise-grade defensive platform from absolutely nothing. You're actually going to learn how to package, price, and deliver that exact capability as a highly lucrative AI consulting business. So let's jump right in. Here is our roadmap for the explainer. We'll be moving chronologically through the syllabus, starting with the AI-era threat model, moving into the 5 defense pillars, breaking down the defense platform build in Part 1, covering the delivery business in Part 2, and then wrapping up with the 90-day mastery plan and those essential masterclass appendices. So, Section 1, the AI-era threat model. We absolutely have to start exactly where the course starts, which is identifying why the rules of the game have fundamentally changed for 2026. Think about this new machine speed reality of cybersecurity. AI has completely altered the incentives and, frankly, the roles on both ends of the wire. It's literally the exact same technological shift for everyone, but it creates entirely opposite incentives for the attacker versus the defender. And this core asymmetry, it's honestly terrifying. Attackers just don't face bottlenecks in language or skill or speed anymore. Think about it. Phishing emails don't have those obvious clunky grammatical tells anymore. Lateral network movement that used to take human hackers hours is now compressed into automated minutes. And what does that mean for us? It dumps a massive, crushing volume problem squarely into the laps of defenders. It is a volume of alerts that human analysts simply cannot triage manually anymore. Moving to Section 2, the 5 defense pillars. This is where we figure out how to actually defend against that massive volume. To survive this new environment, you have to build a strict dependency stack, right from the bottom up. First up is data, because obviously you can't defend what you don't collect. Second is context. Raw data is just noise. It has to be enriched to mean something. Third is visibility, which is making that context actually consumable for a human. Fourth is automation, to handle the initial triage at machine speed. And finally, governance, to keep that AI safe and bounded. The masterclass really hammers this home. Skipping any of these steps is fatal. Building visibility on thin data, that's just a dashboard that lies to you. Bolting governance on after you've automated, well, that's like installing a deadbolt after your house was already robbed. Which brings us to the golden rule of the entire program. Listen to this. If it does not connect a log line to $1 of risk, it is not finished. I want to repeat that because it's so crucial. If it does not connect a log line to $1 of risk, it is not finished. Every technical action you take, every search query you run in Splunk using SPL, every single log you analyze, it has to translate directly into business value. You are not just out there hunting threats. You are protecting revenue. All right, Section 3 kicks off Part 1, the defense platform. This is the intensive, hands-on technical build of the course. Now, this section is an absolute heavyweight. You're looking at roughly 40 to 60 hours of hands-on keyboard time. It takes you step by step through installing Splunk as your core engine, and then wiring up data ingestion from 9 different enterprise sources. We're talking endpoint, network, and cloud telemetry. You're going to master search processing language, or SPL, to actually hunt through all that data. You'll integrate governed AI agents to assist you, and ultimately, you package all of this into a fully reproducible, job-winning GitHub portfolio. You aren't just reading textbook theory here. You're living this break it, then detect it loop inside your own custom lab. To give you a sense of the practical depth we're talking about, the course maps 16 distinct detections directly to the MITRE ATT&CK framework, the industry standard matrix for understanding hacker behavior. Each detection is paired with an exact tactic code and a recommended first response. For example, updating a web application firewall, or WAF, to block a source. This gives you the exact language that executives use to benchmark security. And a really crucial one here is that custom detection for an anomalous AI agent. Securing your own AI from other AI, that is exactly where the modern SOC is heading. And right in the middle of this technical build, you learn the real secret to deploying AI safely. Take the executive summary agent, for instance. It drafts non-technical briefs for leadership, but it operates under strict human approval gates. It reads finalized incident reports and outputs a summary, but the guardrails ensure that every single factual claim it makes must trace back to a cited event. So there are no hallucinations, no wild guessing, just verified actionable intelligence.
Moving on to Section 4, which is Part 2, the delivery business. Once you know the craft, this is where you flip the script and monetize it. But before you go out and sell your services, you really need to define what you're actually selling, right? You are selling the agentic SOC. This is a security operations model where governed AI agents do the fast, exhausting, repetitive data crunching, but the human analysts absolutely retain all the consequential decision-making. That specific distinction, governed, mathematically safe efficiency, that is the high-ticket value you bring to a client. So you'll learn to deploy an automated world production node and utilize Claude Code audit agents to securely process your client data. From there, the syllabus actually teaches you how to generate 9 specific high-value deliverables. And you'll price these services using what's called an escalating offer letter. This is brilliant for building trust. You take a client from a low-friction $300 initial audit, step them up to a $1,000 pilot program, and eventually secure a $250 a month recurring retainer. It totally transforms what used to be a grueling per-client grind into pure relationship management and strategic review. A massive game changer in this masterclass is the explicit focus on safety boundaries, especially for highly regulated industries like healthcare. You are going to learn exactly how to structure your contracts and your AI boundaries to safely consult for these really lucrative clients without ever touching private protected health information. By relying strictly on public and staff-approved workflows, you stay completely out of compliance danger while still delivering massive billable value. Next up is Section 5, the 90-day mastery plan. Because let's face it, looking at 120 pages of enterprise architecture can be totally overwhelming. So the syllabus provides this highly structured 90-day execution journey. In the first 30 days, you are heads down just building the platform and getting the data flowing. By day 60, you've engineered a full detection library and you're writing up mock incident responses. And then by day 90, you pivot entirely to the business side. You've got a live demo, a productized offer, and you are actively pitching your first $1,000 pilot. It makes the whole thing actually achievable. Finally, Section 6 covers the essential masterclass appendices. Because we promised a complete overview in this explainer, we absolutely can't skip these. These resources are the literal muscle memory of the program. These are the tools you're going to use every single day, long after those first 90 days are over. You get ready-to-use SPL cheat sheets, a 20-question interview bank that trains you on the exact shape of a strong answer, and copy-paste client contract templates so you are fully armed and ready for your very first discovery calls. You know, the true expert isn't the person who memorizes the most theory. It's the professional who uses strict checklists under pressure so they never miss a crucial step. And you get those actual real-world checklists here, tools to ensure you never skip reading the raw logs during a high-pressure triage, or forget to establish legal safety boundaries when you're on a client call. So you've seen the 5 pillars, the complete technical build, and the business delivery model. The only question left after digesting this incredible blueprint is, when will you start building your own modern enterprise SOC? Cybersecurity isn't shrinking, it's just moving up the stack. It's time to learn this once and use it everywhere. Deploy, detect, deliver. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what you build out there.